Hello and good morning. Today our topic will be the spinal cord, and we are gonna study it in much detail because we are gonna be starting today our neuroanatomy section or neurology section. So first of all, we'll start with the spinal cord and then we'll move towards its tracts and its physiology as well. And so let's start with the spinal cord. It extends from the foramen magnum to the second lumbar vertebra. What does it mean? It means that there is a foramen which is called magnum and it is present inside the skull, and it is an opening in the skull from which the spinal cord gets out of the brain, and it extends to the second lumbar vertebra. Here it is L1 and here it is L2, okay? And it is segmented into four sections, which are namely cervical, thoracic, lumbar and sacral. Okay, and it is connected to the 31 pairs of spinal nerves, and here are the pairs. They are present on both sides, and it constitutes of one pair, and all are mixed nerves, and it contains both sensory and motor fibers, and motor fibers are present anteriorly and sensory fibers are present posteriorly. I will tell you later on what does this mean. And they are not uniform in diameter through length. Their length are changing, and cervical segment supplies the upper limbs and lumbar segment supplies the lower limbs. Okay, and the conus medullaris, tapered inferior end. Here is conus medullaris, and the cauda equina. It origins of the spinal nerves and extends inferiorly from the lumbosacral enlargement and conus medullaris. Basically, this is the cauda equina. And then we come to the meninges. There are three meninges: Dura Mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater. Okay, yeah, or pia mater. So, outermost layer, Dura Mater is the outermost layer. Here you can see the Dura Mater present, and continues with the epineurum of the spinal nerves. And there are no firm connections to the vertebrae, and there is an epidural space, and it external to the dura, and it is present external to the dura. Okay, and this is the subdural space, and this is the denticulate ligament. Okay, and then there is the arachnoid mater. Here it is present after the dura mater, and subarachnoid space is the space between the arachnoid and dura mater. Okay, and then is the pia mater. It is a thin layer of elastic, and here it is present. Here, this, and collagen fibers that are bound tightly to the surface of the brain and spinal cord. Okay, so I will go with the location of the ascending and descending tracts. Oh no, we are not gonna do the ascending and descending tracts in this lecture. We're gonna see the spinal cord only. And here you can see this is a spinal nerve origin, and here you can see this is the spine, and this and the aorta is present anteriorly, and there is dura mater here present. Dura is the outermost layer, and the arachnoid mater, which is the middle layer. Basically, they are showing us the basic structure of a spinal cord. Okay, and as you can see, this is the spinal nerve. We are not going to go into detail. Oh yeah, this is somewhat important in maintaining your basic concept of the spinal cord. There are two types of matter in spinal cord when they are colored, and there is the gray matter and there's the white matter. And in the brain, it is the opposite. White matter is inside and gray matter is outside. And this whole part is the white matter. This is the white matter, and this is the white matter as well. And this part here is the gray matter. It is a butterfly shape, and this is the anterior horn. This is the posterior horn. This is the gray commissure or the gray canal, and this is the anterior horn. This is the posterior horn. Okay. So we're going to move forward. There are different sections of the spinal cord, as you can see, as we are moving from cervical to thoracic, then the lumbar, and then sacral. The spinal cord is getting shrunken, and it is quite big in the start, and then it keeps shrinking in the end. And as you can see, it is labeled here. There is an dorsal intermediate sulcus and also median sulcus, and this is the indentation which is called as sulcus. Okay, and there is a fissure that is present anteriorly. Okay, this is a big indentation, and this is the lateral horn of gray matter. This one. Okay, these are two lateral horns, these are the posterior horns, these are the anterior horns. Okay, and we're going to move forward. And then what is the gray matter? Gray matter is basically X-shaped pillar. As I've told you before, it is butterfly shaped as well, and there's the anterior posterior gray horn, and there's the central canal and the upper and lateral thoracic segments, and I've told them this before. And then there is the nerve cells and etc. We are not gonna go into detail now. There is the gray commissure on the central canal, and it connects the gray on each side, and it is in the center, and there's a posterior gray and anterior gray, and central canal is present throughout the spinal cord. That is an important point to remember. And superiorly, it is continuous with the central canal of medulla oblongata, and inferiorly, it expands as the terminal ventricle and terminates within the root of filum terminale. Okay, and what is white matter? It is divided into anterior white column, lateral white column, and the posterior white column. And it consists of nerve fibers, neuroglia, and blood vessels. And white, it is white due to myelinated fibers, which helps them to maintain their speed while transmission of nerve signals. And it is basically it can vary from 40 meters per second to 120 meters per second, and 40 is when it is non-myelinated, and 120 when they are myelinated. Then comes the tracks. We are not gonna go tracks in detail in this video. I'll make the next video on tracks, and you can see the white column. These are the interior white columns, and these are the lateral white column, and this is the posterior white column. Thank you very much for listening, and please like, share, and subscribe, and also click the bell icon. Thank you very much. Hope to see you next time.